Welcome back to another vlog. I've picked up the camera again because in a couple of days time I'm travelling down to London to see the Hunger Games on stage, which has been a long time coming. There's been a lot of chatter about it for better and for worse, but we'll dive into all of that later I think. But I thought I'd start this video a couple of days early because today I'm off to Castle Howard at Christmas. This year's theme is the wonderful Wizard of Oz, very topical with the second part of Wicked coming out, so of course I've honoured that by wearing green. So if you haven't seen before, they make the house at Castle Howard into this really immersive experience where you walk through all the different rooms and they've all got different scenes and themes. And today's the press and media launch before it opens to the public, so really looking forward to see what it looks like this year. Originally I was just going for me, but I am going to be doing some social content for Accessible while I'm there. I actually don't know if this is interesting, I'll tell you anyway, but sometimes the way it works with these things is there are a couple of brands and organisations that sometimes when they know what themes they want to be sharing on social media, they'll have like a small pool of people like me who are sort of like content creators, and they'll say, this is what we're doing, these are the themes, does anybody want to pitch for them? So I got one of those emails through from Accessible, and one of the themes on there, I thought, oh, that's actually perfect. So I pitched for that and I said, I'm going to this thing today and that will work out really well. So that's how that came about. So I'm doing some content for them to post. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna get as much content as I can for the vlog as well. And my mum's actually on her way up because I thought I'll take my mum with me. I think she'll really enjoy this. So hopefully we're gonna have a really nice day. Day. That was so gorgeous. This lighting isn't doing me any favours at all, but I'm just going to do this quickly because I really need to go to bed. But we had a gorgeous time at Castle Howard today. The wonderful Wizard of Oz installation is absolutely incredible. It's really the way, I mean, they do it like this every year, but honestly it's so immersive with the set design and the soundscapes, and you can just really see the thought that's gone into all the little details. I think that's the thing that makes it so special. I've been to Christmas at Castle Howard for quite a few years in a row now, not always at press, sometimes as a paying customer, and I genuinely do think the access is getting better year on year. It's by no means a perfect situation, but they are paying attention to it now. They've got BSL interpreted performances, they've got a good amount of relaxed and calm performances, which if you are thinking about going as a wheelchair user, I would definitely recommend opting for one of those if you can, because just having fewer people in there makes it a much nicer experience when you're doing it with mobility aids. I also just wanted to mention as well, because I think it's really important to spread the praise when things go well, and I've already emailed them to say a heartfelt thank you for this, but Usually when I go to sort of like press media events like this, I take a bag full of snacks because I never expect I'm going to be able to eat the catering or what they provide, because I've got a handful of allergies, as I've mentioned a time or 20 on this YouTube channel, and it's very frustrating, and I do get the FOMO, so I always go prepared. But today I asked, like I normally do, I just said, don't worry if there's not, but can you just talk me through the allergen situation just to see if there's anything suitable? And they were like, challenge accepted. They were like, go and sit yourself down, let your mum help yourself, we will sort it, we'll go and get something for you. And I got to experience like a really full version of what everyone else was having, which is quite a rarity actually. So I got like the proper afternoon tea sandwiches, and I even got a dessert. I got this delicious cinnamon bun, which is one of my absolute favourites. Honestly, it's just stuff like that. It really, really makes a difference when you are living with multiple allergies. It really made me like feel included. We did also get a few goodies to bring home with us. I have given them all to my mum actually, because like I can't have the chocolate, I won't drink the beer, and we also got a little Christmas tree, but again, I live in the flat, I've got nowhere to plant the Christmas tree, so I'm glad it's going to my mum because she will appreciate it. But this is what life has become now. I'm actually more excited about all like the little bits that I've got for my junk journal. Like look at the illustrations on these. Like I'm already looking forward to sitting down and scrapbooking with these. I'm actually like embarrassingly excited about it. And I'll also show you as well, I bought something. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed, I need to go and rest, but I'll just show you this and then I'll go and rest. They had loads of gorgeous like green and Oz themed stuff in the farm shop, and it was all lovely, but I was very disciplined. But I saw this little mouse and oh, I've just fallen in love with him, and I just thought that would look so cute on my bookshelf. Oh, with his little pink cloak to match the pink books. The light's not doing any favours, but I just think he is so cute. So I'm very, very pleased about this. Right, going to bed. Going to bed. It's happening. Going to bed. Oh, good morning. It's bright and early on Friday. I'm just about to set off to London. I'm going down for the theatre, but I was originally going to do a work meeting this morning that needed to be done, but that's just fallen through, which is completely fine. It's for a completely valid reason. But it does mean that I really didn't have to do all of this right now. I could have just travelled down without makeup on and put it on later, because I will just go and rest in the hotel now, I think. Yeah, the weather is looking absolutely abysmal, so I don't like feeling as though I'm wasting the time when I go somewhere new, but equally I think at the moment and with everything I've got on, rest would actually serve me better anyway. So I think I'm gonna get into London, head straight to Canary Wharf. I might pay for an early check-in, which again I resent that you have to do, but I might pay for an early check-in and I might just go and rest. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's go do the day. Gosh, we've made it. We've made it to the majestic Premier Inn. This is Premier Inn, Canary Wharf, West Ferry. Never stayed here before. Really struggled to find something affordable tonight, and even with this we're not actually that close to the theatre. It's about a 20-minute walk, and you could only have like a double and a sofa bed as well, so it's not like the best ever, but that's fine. I've also not booked an accessible room because I don't really need one if it's a Premier Inn and it's just one night, but it does always put me in a bit of a tricky space with the wheelchair, because if we have a little, oh, maybe I can get it in that corner. Maybe we'll give that a go. Can we do it? Oh. Oh. Oh can't see, you can only see my tiny head, but I did it. Now this is always the dilemma at this time of day. It's just gone 2 o'clock. Izzy's probably not going to be here until about 4:30. If like everything had gone to plan today, I was just going to try and power through. I would have still laid down, but I would have left my makeup on. But now that I've got a bit more time, it's the dilemma between, do I take my makeup off and have a proper rest and then do the exertion of putting the makeup back on? Or do I leave the makeup on, have a less proper rest? That makes sense in my head, even if it doesn't make sense in yours, and then not have to have the exertion of doing the makeup again. This is the chronic illness maths that we have to take into consideration. I think I am just gonna like take all the makeup off and just go and rest, and then I'll just do it again later. I think I might feel a bit nicer if I've done that as well, because it's absolutely grim outside. Right. Where do we begin? Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. I don't think I really talk about this on the internet, but I'm a massive Hunger Games nerd. I have been for many, many years. I've been looking forward to seeing this show for months. I booked the tickets on the dot the second they came out. Been looking forward to this for the longest time, and even though I was trying to manage my expectations, I was really disappointed. That's probably a bit too harsh, isn't it? To say I'm really disappointed. I'm quite disappointed.
No, I think that's fairly accurate, actually.
Yeah. There were some bits that were good, but I just don't think a lot of the choices that were made creatively were the best choices. And I think what we landed on is that some things just don't translate well to the stage. Some things are incredible books, incredible films, and they just don't translate well to the stage. And if you are going to put them on stage, and this is not unique to the Hunger Games by any means, this has happened a few times before, but if you try and just plonk exactly what's on the page into a production, it just doesn't work. Like, if you are going to do that, I think you do need to approach it in a new creative way. And even though this one had some really great like special effects and there were some really cool stunts and like some genuinely really, really good moments in it, it
felt very GCSE drama.
That's exactly it.
The narration.
The narration.
The narration was awful. I'm sorry, but it was.
Yeah, and that's not a reflection on the actor. I don't think any of it was a reflection on the actors. I really do think they were doing the best with what they had. It was the writing and the staging and the pace of it. It just all felt so wrong. We actually ended up talking to the people next to us who also had very similar opinions to us. But like, they'd be like talking about the electric fence, and then they go, electric fence. And it's in the second half, we've not discussed this yet. In the second half, like there's a scene where they're all killing each other at the start of the games, and it's really dramatic.
Did you see when I was laughing?
Yeah, I did, because they all just stopped the fighting. They all got into a cluster, and there was a dance break. Which lasted a few minutes, and then it just stopped and the fighting carried on again, but there was a little bit of choreography like this, and then it just didn't make sense.
I was trying so hard not to laugh. I promised I was trying so hard not to laugh, but it was just, it didn't make sense.
It didn't. I don't understand.
With the context of the show, because it's about this brutal scheme.
Yeah.
You know, of like pitting kids against other kids to like kill other kids, and the song and dance numbers.
I get that you have to integrate elements like that, but it just felt like they were integrated in all the wrong places. And even like the music choices, like District 12, this really, like you said, this really harrowing story, but every time there was a callback to District 12, they played this sort of like hillbilly, like farmer music, like upbeat farmer music. It didn't make any sense to me.
It made it very like jovial, and it shouldn't have been jovial.
Yeah, and even like the moments that had the potential to be like so hard hitting, like they just completely brushed over them. And even like occasionally there'd be a moment and I'd think like, oh yeah, this is getting me, it is getting me a little bit in the feels here, and then the next minute it would just completely like just...
Do you think though it could have been a bit of like, oh, we're in like a Western production now, we've got to have X amount of musical numbers, we've got to have X amount of like, you know, making the audience feel X, Y and Z?
Yeah, I suppose so, because the thing with the Hunger Games is that it is a franchise and it does have this fan base now, and I think on the one side you'll probably have the nerdy fans like me who are like really like, why is this a letdown? But then you'll also have the casual fans who are like, oh yeah, let's go and see the Hunger Games because we like the movies.
Even
like,
as a casual fan though, I thought they were unnecessary like musical numbers, especially in Act 1.
Definitely. Act 2 was stronger than Act 1, definitely. Yeah, and again, it's not a reflection on the actors. I really don't think, and I think the dancers were really strong. I think the fight choreography was really strong. I think the actors were doing the best with what they were given. It's the creative elements. I think it's the production. it just doesn't make sense to me. I was willing it to be good. I wanted it to be good. I was trying not to make up my mind like preemptively, like too early. And I was like looking, like thinking, okay, what could the symbolism of this be? What could the symbolism of this be? And I was coming up with nothing. So that was the Hunger Games on stage. I should probably say as well, because
you had a lovely meal though, didn't you?
I had a lovely meal before. I had a lovely meal before. Yeah, we went to Mildred's. That's not Mildred's, it's Mollo, but they're having a Mildred's takeover, so it's Mildred's at Mollo. I think that's the gist of all. I don't know. But what I was going to briefly say as well is that obviously there's been a lot of chatter about the access experience at the Hunger Games on stage, and obviously I am speaking as an ambulatory wheelchair user, so my experience is very different to somebody who remains in their wheelchair during the performance. I definitely think improvements have been made based on what people have said before and what our experience was today. There was an access host like there to greet us the second we went in. I did think the step-free access was really good all the way through the auditorium and into the seats. I do agree with what other people have said about like if you're transferring, you transfer to a seat and they take your wheelchair away, and I think it's further away than is reasonable that they take your wheelchair. And I'm so glad that I had you here, because it meant that you could take the wheelchair instead of me having to hand it over to somebody I don't know, which is literally like not a good time, not my idea of a good time. Be aware of that. And also, if you have a chronic illness, it's a very flashy performance. It's a very stroby, special effects heavy performance. So if they are doing relaxed performances, I would probably encourage you to look into those if you do want to see it. Oh, I'm just really sad. I'm just gutted. I really wanted it to be good. And like, even saying this now, I feel like a disloyal fan, because I don't want to be one of those snobby people who's like, well, it's not exactly how I expected it and therefore it was a disappointment, because it's not that at all. I just think they had so much more potential to do so much more stuff. And I've no doubt it will be popular, because like I say, it's a well-loved franchise. It will do well. It will be popular. And I think its popularity will be something that's separate from like its prestige or how good it is as a production.
Ignore me.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you having big feelings?
I don't know how popular it'll be.
Oh, go on.
I know they can like piggyback off the franchise. But can you imagine anyone going to see it like multiple times?
No, I won't go again.
Exactly. How many times have you seen Wicked?
About 9.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be in a hurry to see it again. And from the people we spoke with by accident, it seemed like we were not, because we were sat there having like a quiet debrief at the interval thinking we were the only ones who felt this way, and literally the people next to us who did not even speak English as their first language were like, yeah, we completely agree. And then we got in the lift on the way out. They got in the lift and it was another disabled person, and he was holding like a programme, and I thought, oh, he's obviously a really big fan, and he was like, what did you think? And I was like, oh yeah, good. And he was like, like, yeah, I didn't love it. And I was like, yeah, me neither. I'm glad you said that so I can say it now too. There were definitely people there who really enjoyed it and got into it. I saw one person crying, a few people gave a standing ovation. So it will tick the box for some people. Like, theatre's subjective. It will tick the box for some people, but it didn't for us. I'm gutted, and I'm gutted even filming this because I wanted to come out and be like, oh, I loved it, it was great. And yeah, it missed the mark for me, but there we are. See you tomorrow. May the odds be ever in your favour.
Because they aren't ours.
It's Saturday today and we've just got up, just had our brekkie. I have slightly injured myself from trying to recreate the dance choreography from the Hunger Games last night to try and prove a point. But the good news is I have medicated and we're all good to go. Plan for today is not a chock-a-block one, which is actually really nice for us because sometimes we try and pack too much into the short time that we're here. But it is a bit of an exciting one because we're going to go to the Wellcome Collection, and I've heard on the grapevine that they have in their shop a collection of books by disabled voices. And I've been told that mine is on there. If you keep up with what I do online, you'll know that it's actually really, really rare that I get to see my book stocked in person anywhere. So we're going to go to the Wellcome Collection, not just to see the book, but because neither of us have been before and we don't know much about it, but it does look really cool.
I don't know. Where are we going?
Shop there, or we can do collection first. What do you want to do first?
Should we go and do the thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. Off she goes. She's like a rocket. Round the bend. Where's she going? She doesn't know. Oh no!
What's this? I'm filming. Can I switch the narration off?
Doors open. Doors
No, wait!
Doors open.
Let's go that way, to the library. Come on.
They've got PAVE and they've got How to Do Life with a Chronic Illness, and they've got loads of copies. I actually can't deal. This is too exciting. I've never seen both of... Oh, I dropped it. Oh no, sorry. I've never seen both of them. It's me! I kind of want to buy one. I'm not going to buy one.
Your own book,
I've got 10 at home. Oh
What's happened, Pippa?
They're outward facing. That's like the best bit. They're outward facing. Got both books. This has never happened before. They've got both books. I didn't know they had this one. They've got loads of them, and they're outward facing. They're outward facing. Honestly, one of the best bits of it all is that it's in the being human section. Like, usually it gets put in like health and illness and like medicine, which is, I don't think it belongs there. So for it to be in being human, oh, I'm just so happy. you can forgive me ending the vlog in this random little spot. I don't have it in me to get the tripod out, so I've got you propped against the bookshelf and I'm just kind of like lolloped against the back of the sofa, but this will have to do. There's something about it going darker earlier in the day that makes tasks feel even more like arduous than they would usually feel. Like that felt like a long journey home and it wasn't even that bad. But today was really, really nice. I think it goes without saying, but absolutely loved going to the Wellcome Collection today, not just because of my books. We really enjoyed the exhibitions as well. Still having lots of thoughts about the Hunger Games on stage, and the more I think about it, the more it just felt so weirdly at odds with like the book and the movies and like the characterization and this whole like really intricate world that Suzanne Collins built. Forgive me if I said this before, but I remember seeing Little Miss Sunshine on stage, which was originally a film, and like I remember thinking that really didn't work on stage because it just lost so much of the nuance and like the dark humor and like the little intricacies of the characters, and it almost felt like a similar thing here. Like in the books and the movies, you've got Katniss, who's this really like introverted, withdrawn character, and that's such an essential part of the story, and yet in the production she's constantly monologuing and narrating and sharing every thought, and constantly she's the one who has the most dialogue by far. I want to say it doesn't translate well to stage, and I think that's probably true, and yet I think if you approached it a bit more creatively, like there are ways that it could work. But I'd be interested if anybody's watching this who's also seen the show. I would love to hear what you think, because I've seen loads of like glowing positive reviews online, but I don't think I'm in the minority. I'd be surprised if I am in the minority with this one. And the final thing I wanted to say is that if you've got tickets booked, please don't let my experience and my thoughts put you off from going, because the gorgeous thing about theatre is that it is subjective. There were definitely people who were there at the same time as us who were enjoying it, so please don't let my experience put you off or like influence your opinion in any way. But yeah, I have to be honest, not my favourite. I definitely won't be rushing to see it again. But regardless of all of that, thank you so much for watching this little vlog. The next thing I vlog will be a very exciting holiday that I've been looking forward to for months and months and months. But in the meantime, I'll just say thank you so much as always for watching. I really appreciate you being here. You can subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.